Today we're going to be using the quad nests at the shoulders, both sides, and we're going to coordinate them also with the quad nest in the groin. So those are those deep pockets that are beside the pubic bone, right at the hip flexors, but at the inside, sort of like an inside corner. So let's just lay down. Take a moment to have some downness and feel yourself in the ground. Breathing. And then reach for a block and lift and just place the pelvis on the block. Finding a good, easy, comfortable position on the block. And let the legs come up to the sky with the knees slightly bent and feeling a real downness through the legs to feel a downness through the pelvis. And then the same with the arms. Have the elbows straight and they're down and the head's down. The ribs are down, the pelvis is down. So it's like those three masses are in the ground. Breathing, feeling heavy and down. And then now we're going to bring the leg just slightly towards your face and slightly away. When the legs move away, feel the sit bones, the muscles around, scooch all the way up through the spine. And we're going to take them forward, and every time you move the legs away, you feel that upward scooch, like the sit bones are trying to suction up to the body. Pause. And then now let's just take a block that is going to be horizontal and take it between the thighs, closer to the groin than the knees. And feel this outside sides of the legs moving away from you and the inside sides of the legs right at the groin moving away towards the wall behind you. So it's like a horseshoe. It's like you're pushing that away, pushing the block away. And as you move the legs towards the ground, bring the arms overhead in the opposite direction. And then they come together. And then they go away. And you're maintaining that horseshoe shape. So that's helping to really yawn into the pockets of the groin. And feel the connection that the quad nests in the groin and in the armpits stay connected. You feel them separating and you feel them gathering. And you're feeling the relationship of the connections you're making with your legs also all the way up to the arms. And then just pause and remove the block. Have a moment of being easy. Let's take the block out from under the pelvis and feel yourself in the ground. Now bring the knees up towards the chest and have the hands on the knees and pause. And then now we're going to bring the knees up towards the chest, and as you do so, you'll feel your tail sort of scoop up towards the sky. And then move the knees away from you until the pelvis is flat in the ground. Maybe lower the feet to the ground. The knees come into the chest, the tail goes to the sky. The knees start to move away until you feel the flatness of the pelvis, and then lower the feet, keeping the flatness of the pelvis. So the rocking only happens when the knees come into the chest, and then you maintain the flatness of the pelvis in the ground when you lower the feet to the ground. So continue to move the knees up, and there's that curving that the lumbar goes down to the ground and then it finds neutral. And then the feet go down. And then now let's just pause. To add to this, we're going to be moving the head up. So you're going to feel your sitting bones snugging all the way up through your lumbar spine and through the thoracic, and then it's going to bring the head up. And you're just going to curl to come up. They're not like crunches, they're just curling up, maintaining that real suctioning up from the sit bones through the lumbar, through the thoracic, and the head comes up without your hands pulling your head up. My hands are there just as a nice support. The elbows are parallel with each other, and you're just curling up and down, maintaining the support through the spine, feeling that the curl up comes really easily. Pause. Now we're going to do both. So bring the knees up and take the hands behind the back of the head. And as we curl to come up from the sitting bones all the way up, and you meet your elbows, and then as you come down you do the same thing. The knees move away, and then you flatten the back of the pelvis, and maybe the feet come near the ground or fully to the ground. Coordinating the meeting of the ground of the feet and the head at the same time, so this takes some finessing. Maintain the scooched up feeling of the sit bones all the way up through the spine, through the movement. And then let's just take the feet down and pause. And that's just a quick tutorial of connecting the quad nests